So today for my stage on stage, I'm going to be talking about absolutism and realism and kind of what we debated yesterday. So, realism is the belief that some things are true or real, whether people agree with them or not. For example, like a realist might say that right or wrong exists no matter what somebody believes. It focuses on the idea that there is really that there is a reality outside of personal opinions. And absolutism is like the belief that are rules or truths that apply to everyone, whether no matter the situation. For example, like an absolutist might believe that lying is always wrong, and no matter why someone does it, it is about having fixed the rules that do not change. Like, kind of just simpler terms for that stuff. It's like relativism is like what's right or true can be changed based on culture or situations. Like example, like different greetings or are correct for different places. And then absolutism is like what's right or true is the same for everyone and everywhere. Like lying is always wrong no matter the situation. So kind of like, so speaking of that, just kind of what we talked about yesterday is so our debate was that if the people that helped Hitler and killed all the Jews was wrong for it, or should they be taken to jail? And I was on the side that they shouldn't be taken to jail because I believe that that they were kind of led to believe that is right. Like that's their culture. They grew up believing that is right, and there's no like reason that they should be punished for thinking what is right. Like, oh, if I don't do this, I'll die. That's my thing. But even though if they didn't get that, like, oh, you better do this or you'll die, they still grew up thinking of that they should be killing the Jews because that is the right thing. And I know what Mr. Gardner mentions, like, I will fail you, or you have to slap, like, Ava. Like, I know people are like, oh, but it's not life or death, but I still believe, like, if I grew up seeing that in all my classes, like, I believe, like, if I grew up, like, oh, if I don't slap her, I'll fail, and, like, that is the right thing, then, I mean, I get it that you have to do it, and it's kind of, like, the same thing for, like, I don't like slaves, or basically, it's, like, all those people thought that was the right thing, so people kept, like, that first person kind of started it all, and then they kept going on. They're like, oh, this is the right thing. This is what they're, like, were meant to do, is bring the slaves in and just do all that bad stuff. I know it's bad, but, like, they, like, now it's bad. Like, just think, there's something that we can be doing today that in 40 years from now, we're thinking, like, oh, I can't believe we did that. But we grew up thinking, like, oh, that is the right thing to do. It's like we believed in doing that. And truly, it's like that's kind of how it is for, like, the Jews and stuff. Like, they kind of grew up believing that. And I do get the other side, like, oh, they do, like, that's the natural law. But I mean, I still believe that they grew up thinking that is the right thing and all this. Like, that's really my debate is right there. So stage on stage.